Hey, welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host. Welcome to our lunch hour. If you're wondering what this is, well, this is where we hang out with you good folks for the next hour or so. We'll do a roster review, we'll answer your questions, and just hang out and talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. That's what we're here for. To give you something fun to listen to for all you Galaxy of Heroes fans and anybody who just likes to listen to us do streams, period. For the next hour during your lunch stream, or during your lunch, where you can listen to us live, like right now, or you can go back and listen to us, follow us back up on YouTube, or you may check us out, download us as a podcast.
which
That
I'm
means,
working on, which I'm working on catching up.
yeah. The Finn's been lazy. That voice you hear, of course, is Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, the troll extraordinaire.
Pork, pork.
No, I am not in the mood for pork today. Thank you, Grim. You sounded
Your
you
guild leader appreciates pork, pork, Grim. Science.
I'll give you science. How far can my foot travel up Finn's butt to reach his throat? Grim, what do you think the seconds it would take to do
But
that?
you have to add that the other train is moving in the other direction.
Oh, well, I forgot about that part. Okay, so let me add this to train A, boot B, carry the 5. Let's see. I'm getting 32.33 repeating, of course. Uh, Chance of success. All right. Of course, and then we got Grim the mechanic is here with us as well. Finn ruined it. You ruined it for everybody, Finn. Stupid Finn. Uh,
This is
uh
why we can't have nice
you
things.
know,
Embrace the pork, pork.
no, do not embrace that. Do not talk about it. Do not think about it. That's why when we do those roster reviews for 1,001 ways to cook a pork, I love the name. I really do. It's a clever, smart name. All right, get your questions in. If you're going to ask us questions, make sure you put question in front of your statement, and we will scoop those up and get those read. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up on the video. It really does help support us putting our content out there on YouTube. If you would like to know when we're streaming live and we're doing a lot of cool stuff, which we're about to talk about real quick, become a subscriber. We got a lot of awesome games and streams we're going to be doing. And then we'll of course, we're doing the charity run for American Cancer Society. So we'll discuss that, you know, at the end of the stream like we always do. I'm sure we got some updates on that. So if you guys noticed yesterday, Dr. Finn and Tits and Grande started a new game. We're going to be streaming that every Thursday. Is that what we're doing, Dr. Finn, on
Yeah,
that?
that is currently what we're planning. We're gonna see if that is the best day. We've started to interact a lot with the Tactical Monsters community. They've been really awesome on their Discord there for the game. It's a game set up by the devs and all of this, so you can interact with the devs. They have some really cool moderators and just a great community there. So we're trying to figure out what the best day is for our schedule, plus when they're available. I think Thursday night's going to be it, but we'll finalize that here in the next couple of weeks as we keep on streaming.
Yep.
That one's a pretty cool game. I remember playing it when it first came out.
Yep.
Way back.
But we're going to be we got some more stuff coming down the pipe. We got some new layouts we're going to be using for like Dungeons and Dragons on Sundays. Of course, the Jedi Academy will be tomorrow from 10 to 12, like it always is. Mondays. Now, this Monday for Columbus Day, we are going to do a lunch stream, but it's just going to be a Q&A lunch stream. We're not going to do any roster reviews or anything. A lot of people, it's Columbus Day, they're off. They're not going to be available. So it may just be me, Grim, whoever, just hanging out and answering your
Not
questions.
Columbus Day, Martin Luther King Day.
Martin Luther King Day, I'm sorry. And then, sorry, I had watched a thing, a Sopranos thing, and I had that in my brain.
Martin Luther King sailed to America on the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
He pretty
Back in
much was a
1672.
murdering. That's not getting into it. Okay. And then we're gonna have more stuff too. Tuesday night gaming, PC gaming. We're gonna switch up some things. We got some really cool stuff for you guys coming down the pipe.
We've been taking into account like all the feedback you guys have provided, so we're starting to do a lot more with it. We plan on trying to grow the channel and get a really big community going. I mean, you guys have been awesome, and so we want to keep on growing the Discord community,
Yeah.
growing the games that we're covering, and we don't want to just do games for the sake of doing games. we're trying to pick games that we really see ourselves playing for a long time, and that's part of the reason why we waited so long before doing any mobile games. I know there's been games that a lot of you guys have started to play: Marvel Strike Force, Looney Tunes. I mean, there's a bunch of mobile games. I'm still playing Clash of
Assassin's
Clans. But I
Creed
know
Rebellion.
what was that?
Assassin's Creed Rebellion.
Yes, I mean
That's the one I've been playing the most.
there's a whole lot of games, and so we provide ourselves with like the PC gaming to kind of switch between PC games because it's more fun with PC games, I think, to just kind of keep switching around. Mobile games, we wanted to find one that we really liked, and Tactical Monsters kind of just stuck out. There's just so much to that game. It is very cerebral. It is a very strategic tactical game. They have so many game modes. I mean, all of that. So that's part of the reason why we waited so long to pick a game. We found this one and just like, yep, this is the game. Just this is the game.
Yep. And Tuesday, and I know people want me to do Battlefront. I'm going to get that going up again. Kind of limited. I'm trying to figure out the setup here to do it, to make it look right, because I want to do it in 1080. So we're working on that as well. But we got a lot of great stuff for you guys coming down the pipe with different games. We're looking to do Magic the Gathering, do something with that. So we can give you guys something to also check out as well. So there's a lot of stuff we're working on. But that being said, we're here to talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We've got a roster review today. Dr. Finn, who are we looking at today? I can say that. We're looking at Lord Green's profile, and they are in Shadows of the Fallen. So shout out to Shadows of the Fallen Guild. What are we looking to do with this roster today, Dr.
And that is a Kazekage 2 Easy.
Oh.
In the Lord Green / Kazekage 2 Easy, who's in the chat usually. So shout out to Kazekage 2 Easy, one of our original viewers too.
Could
like
be,
been
yeah.
watching for a
I
long
can't remember
time.
how it's just been a long time.
Mm-hmm. And McVenom still can't say the name, right?
No, because Grandi can't say any of the names right, so we'll give her a pass.
Well, yeah, that's not, yeah. It's not right. Okay, so question: what they want us to look at? Help with ships. Doesn't have Trey or Revan yet. So looking for what kind of teams they can potentially use. There's a lot of Revans and Treyas in the top 50, so we can look at the roster. Mods and ships. Trying to save gear for Revan. Has 4 Zetas. Saving for Revan. Thinking of putting a Zeta on Ezra, unless you guys got some other suggestions. I'm fairly sure I'm going to tell you not to put a Zeta on Ezra.
Yeah, don't do that.
But yeah, so ships, mods, Zetas, and arena.
All right, so let's start with ships. That was the first thing you brought up. So,
Mm-hmm.
doing pretty decent in ships. I don't like the starting lineup. I do not like Scimitar as a starting ship. I think that's
people go out of their way to attack you with that
Right.
ship on your starting line.
Go in the chat.
Let's see what you got. I'm fine with Biggs and Vader, but I would actually put Silencer in before I put in. I mean, if you want to use Scimitar as a reinforcement, that's fine. But he is much better on reinforcement than he is starting lineup. If you want to stick with TIE Advance, now you've got a 5-star Houndstooth. So here's my recommendation for you on ships. And you've got your boss geared up too. Perfect. Houndstooth needs to be in your starting lineup. And then if you want to go TIE Advance and TIE Silencer, just looking at your lineup, perfect lineup to run. Or if you want to say TIE Advance, if you've got his reinforcement abilities done, he's a great reinforcement. And then you can go with something like, I've seen different combinations of Imperial TIE Fighter, which I run, or First Order TIE Fighter Pilot, just for target lock purposes, because you want something that gives you target lock on the others, on basically Houndstooth. So your hits from Silencer are nasty. And I've seen a lot of people running First Order TIE Fighter Pilot just for that reason. And then your reinforcements, you can go TIE Advance, you can go Scimitar.
So the current reinforcements are Slave 1, Houndstooth, Phantom 2, and Poe Dameron. With the TIE Advance, Scimitar.
See, I would bring Biggs off the bench reinforcement. I would go with Poe. Definitely want your Poe in there. You've got Cassian's Ewing. That's a great ship to go off of.
Dude, I was doing a little bit more research on Cassian's Ewing and the ships that we have access to, and I keep on going back to Cassian's Ewing. I think that ship is by far the best reinforcement ship in the game.
It is. I mean, it does everything.
It is not. Sorry.
Well, okay. Name me another ship, Finn, that target
Poe.
locks. That target locks
I
can
don't care about that. I like
call to
Poe. I think Poe
assist,
is the
can
best reinforcement for the game.
dispel,
Poe,
and
Poe,
stealth the
Poe, Poe,
ship. No,
Poe.
I mean damage wise, Poe has it. It
Oh yeah,
comes.
definitely.
I know,
But
but if you're saying best reinforcement ship in the game, I'm going Poe.
Cassian's Ewing is the only ship in the
Yes.
game that can dispel the new Millennium
Yeah, right.
Falcon's maneuver.
Comes
Yes.
in, it's like bam, and then you're just like,
You just said best. You didn't say best
wee.
with that ability. You said best. Oh.
Finn, just let us
But I
play some
mean, the
poker.
versatility of Cassian's Ewing makes it by far the best ship in the game.
But yeah, you definitely want Houndstooth in your starting lineup. I like it a lot more than I do Biggs now. I mean, Biggs is a great ship. You want to go with Biggs, I don't have a problem with that. But preferably, Houndstooth will get you further and keep your ships alive a lot longer.
Okay,
Biggs
so
coming
here's
off
the
the
one
Biggs coming
downfall.
Biggs
I agree with
and
you.
it can take a lot more hits than Biggs.
Well, okay, so there's the one downfall. I agree with you. I think overall, if everything was equal, Houndstooth would be better than Biggs in the starting lineup. But the fact that his Houndstooth is only 5-star
Mine's five
might make
stars.
him a little bit of a target. That's
No.
the only concern that I have.
I'm 5-star. I'm
Houndstooth
5-star
Well,
Houndstooth. I do not get
It
targeted.
still works.
He-
It still works. Don't get me wrong. It still definitely works, but it may get you targeted. But then again, if you're running Biggs also, it also gets you targeted. So it's not this. I mean, I would probably still do Houndstooth, but just keep that in mind that until you get a 7-star, you may not be able to survive on defense quite as long as you will once you get to 7-star.
I think he will.
Houndstooth.
Well,
doesn't
that's
come.
what I was just about to mention. He might be better off using Biggs in the starting lineup and
No way.
Houndstooth off the bench.
No
Because
way.
then he has a really good tank fallback for when they kill Biggs.
No, it's the other way around. Houndstooth can take way more damage and it can last a hell of a lot longer, and his taunt lasts longer. Biggs is your secondary taunt that comes in, and especially if like your Houndstooth can be a little beat up, you've got your other ship in there. It's a fallback ship, and it works great. I do PvP battles with that lineup all the time, and you can see I don't drop that much. I can easily get into the top 5 if I wanted. I just don't care.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
get in the top
if
10.
Houndstooth was 7-star, I'm all with you with
Nah,
that.
I think 5-star Houndstooth is what I'm running. It's phenomenal.
It works. I don't know. I find it a little bit extra squishy.
I don't think so. It's not. Mine's not squishy at all. I mean, it takes a beating and keeps on going. I mean, eventually, you're if it keeps
Well,
getting
now with
hit.
the Millennium Falcon, it doesn't matter.
Well, I know, right? That's a whole game changer right there. So that could be a. But Biggs is gonna be worse. So, oh god, oh god. Yeah, I was watching. We were playing with the 7-star Millennium Falcon with Miss yesterday. That ship is redonkulous. Oh my dear God, is that ship OP?
He's saying ship, by the way. Ship. Ship.
What?
Just saying.
Don't correct me, Finn.
I'm not correcting. It sounds like you may be saying something else. When you're saying that ship is ridiculous, and it might not sound like a ship.
I'm gonna punch you in the face, Finn. I'm really not. First you do the pork crap, now this. You really get on my nerves. All right.
Is in pork.
All right, yeah. Shut up, Finn.
Full
See,
circle.
that's why you wanted to do it. I knew there was an artillery mode. Oh,
Full circle.
Damn it. Oh God, I knew it. All right, but kind of mess around with your line if you want to stick with Biggs. Cool. Maybe check out Houndstooth and some of those recommendations we do. I think it'll really help you climb and stay in the top with that lineup. That's kind of my recommendation. But kind of take it all into account, and then you can go from there. Let's go back. He did mention Arena. He is running the Night Sisters. You're doing really well with the Night Sisters. I'm really impressed that you've been able to maintain the level that you have with all the Revens and trades you're saying you're running into with the Night Sisters. So either you must be really committed and be doing a lot of battles, or I don't know what you're doing, but it's pretty damn good. So let's look at your characters overall and see if there's another team maybe you can run. Wow, look at all those Gear 12s. That's what I like to see. A lot of Gear 12s and then a lot of Gear 11s. All right, let's look at your Sith first off. No Treya yet. I don't know where
He said no Treya and no Revan yet.
how close is he to getting Treya? Because his Sith are good.
Let's see. Guild is 116 million, so they may not be doing heroic Sith.
Oh
Let us know,
no!
Kazekage Juizi, where you are.
Oh no!
You may not be in a Treya guild or in a heroic Sith guild.
Hmm.
116 is one of those that you really have to come together in order to beat it. It's quite possible, but you do have to come together in order to do it. So, so we're doing heroic Sith today. As in like your first attempt to beat it type thing, or you're doing heroic Sith like you're going to, like you already have it on farm. So that's the only clarification.
Oh, we'll look at other teams while he's doing that.
Is there C3PO?
Well, Hill Republic's done, ready to go.
Yeah, does
Awesome.
have a 6-star C3PO. I would go with your Rebel team.
You could definitely go with your Rebel team. I'm just
I
looking
mean,
at Hill
that's
Republic.
pretty solid. You have a 7-star Chewie. You have a 6-star C3PO. I mean, Han or CLS lead, Han, Chewie, R2, and C3PO. That would definitely be the team that I would go with.
It's on offense, even on defense, man. Against trade teams, the only team that it sucks with RNG is the Revan team. But on defense, if that team hits the right pieces and it could one shot you and you may not even get a chance because of just the turn meter and everything that's going on. I've had it happen to me. I'm like, really? Stupid RNG.
The other team potentially you can run now. In the question when he had sent me all the information, the Ezra was not Zeta, but
it's Zeta now.
Now Zeta.
No, oh no.
Because of that, you may want to consider a Jedi team under your Zeta.
Oh no.
So you could run Bastila lead with Grandmaster Yoda, Ezra, Hermit Yoda, and Kenobi. That can still be a very annoying team against Treyas. So that one can beat Treya teams. It's going to be difficult against Revan teams, which is going to be difficult. The other thing is it can beat CLS teams. Now I've seen it beat it, but it's very RNG dependent,
right?
Depending on who gets attacked first. And so that would be something that you would want to consider. I really wish that you didn't Zeta Ezra.
Oh no.
You have other characters that I think would have benefited a lot more than Ezra, but
that's okay.
Because the problem with Ezra, and I don't know if you did it for ships or not, but Ezra doesn't have a team once you get Revan.
Nope.
Like he's back on the Phoenix, and I don't know whether all of your Phoenix are. We can take a look, but I saw some lower geared ones. Yeah, I mean you have a Gear 8 Chopper, a Gear 10 Kanan, a Gear 8 Zeb.
Not bad though. His other's 11.
Sabine, he has 11 on Sabine, which is good. He has an 11 on Hera, which is good. But even those other 3, they're massive gear grinds. They are Carbanti hungry characters.
Yeah, but Kanan is almost.
He has 80 Zeta mats left. Yeah, but you're gonna need
3 for Revan.
And you're gonna need 1 for Jolie.
Well, didn't he do Jolie already? Let me just go back to his Jedi.
He said the Jolie is Gear 11 now, but I didn't see.
Okay. This one says Gear 8.
Yeah, so he probably updated it, but I don't see a Zeta on it. He can confirm, but I don't think there's a Zeta. So you're gonna need 3 for Revan.
1 for Jolie.
1 for Jolie. And then, I mean, the team that you're essentially going to be using with Revan is probably going to be Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, Jolie, Kenobi, and Bastila. So, I mean, that's probably going to be your team. There's a lot of variants. You can use Ezra potentially. You can use Old Ben if you want. You can use Hermit Yoda if you want. I mean, there's a lot of different variants with that team. But, I mean, I don't think you needed that Zeta on Ezra. It's a decent Zeta. You can start a second Jedi team under a Bastila lead with Ezra, potentially, if you work on Kanan and you can start building that team. You do have an Old Ben, but Old Ben can sometimes go under Jedi Training Array. Thinking ahead kind of for Grand Arena and Territory War purposes. So, yeah, I mean, for now, I would say work on your Rebel team. That is probably your best team that you have potentially available. They need gear, but that would be the team that I think has the most potential for you.
Yeah, until you get Revan.
Zeta on Loyal Friend on Chewie.
Yeah, I agree. that give you the most bang for your buck. It's really, really awesome team. Man, your roster's really good. I'm not finding any weaknesses. I'm just looking through your roster.
Okay, Zeta Ezra for the Sith raid. Yeah. I mean, now it's done, so there's no point on going on about it. your Ezra is Zeta, and that Zeta is not coming off, so it's fine.
Just going through his team. It's a really good roster.
Yeah. Do you think that you guys are going to be able to beat Sith raid? By the way, Kazekage. I'm just curious. You said it's the second attempt on heroic Sith, so I'm just kind of curious how far along they are, if they think they can actually beat it, because you have a potential, just looking at the teams, right? Phase 3 team, you need to get your POW to level 85 gear 8. That's usually like the minimum for survival for POW. And then you have your phase 3 team pretty much set. You have some RNG with Chewie in order to make sure that he survives, in order to keep the loyal friend up, or the guard up on Han Solo, right? So you can work on that. You have Chirrut, which you don't need, but you have Chirrut just in case, to substitute for Chewie. You have POW at 7 stars, which makes him viable. Just needs a little gear and levels. Han Solo, CLS, and I assume he has Death Trooper. The roster is otherwise, yeah, Death Trooper gear 12. So
yeah, his roster's solid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some pieces here and there, but I mean, he's done a great job with his farms.
I just noticed this too. The team that you're running for Night Sisters can actually benefit more from Asajj lead than Talzin lead. So I love Talzin lead. It is my favorite for PvP, but not with the Talia. And the reason is Talia heals with her basic, so you can get full health a lot quicker. And under Asajj lead, your Night Sisters will gain a lot more turn meter. I don't know if you've experimented with it, but you may also want to try with a Asajj lead instead of Talzin lead, your exact same arena team, and see if you notice any difference. Because mine tends to go faster because of the combination of Talia and Asajj lead. So that may be something to look at too.
All right.
So let's take a look at the mods. Okay, I'm gonna look at speed mods. Okay, your mods are on Thrawn, Nihilus, Han Solo. You have one on Vandor Chewie, but that may have been one that you leveled up.
I guess some
They're definitely not on your Night Sisters.
I'm not seeing a lot of speed mods, and I'm not.
They are not on your Night Sisters. So I have to ask, because they are not on his arena team. What have you been doing with your mods?
He's been using them to play cards, Finn.
Well, I'm wondering why he modded the characters he did. So Thrawn,
Thrawn makes sense.
I mean, he has level 15 mods, right? And that makes sense because that's his fleet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. But Thrawn is not on his arena team. So it doesn't make sense to have the best mods, right? All you need is any 5. Level 15, and your Thrawn is good for Chimera. So if you want to put 6Es, that's fine. You don't need a lot of 6Es, but you have a 6E on like Resistance Trooper, which doesn't really make a lot of sense either.
No, that does not. That one throws me off a little bit.
So what you'll want to do is, so we do have to remod this.
A lot of slicing.
Yeah, you have a lot of really good mods. Like I'm staring at the first page, and you just have so many blue 3s that I just want to start leveling.
Give it.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blue 3s, 7. 7 blue 3s that are 15 speed or higher. Yeah, 1 blue 3, ha ha ha. 2 blue 3, ha ha ha.
Seven blue 3s. All right, I'm out taking this.
You have 7 of them right at the top of your mod list here that would be great to slice up. I don't see a lot of 6Es, which is definitely good. So you haven't gone overboard with 6Es or anything like that, so that puts you in a good situation. But slice up all of those blue 3 mods. Yeah. And again, what do I mean by blue 3? Blue is obviously the color. It also refers to the C, right? So purple is B, gold is A, blue is C, green is D, and then like the gray is E. And what you'll want to do is level up the blue 3 speed mod, which is speed that has a parenthesis 3 next to it. all of those that are at least 15. I mean, I've gone down to 12 at this point. If they have a speed of 15 or higher with the speed of parenthesis 3 next to it, go ahead and slice those up to purple. See if you can get a purple 4. You have a purple 4 on Thrawn, but it's only 15 speed, right? Which means you got a little unlucky on some of the rolls. Still definitely going to be one of them that I will slice up after the blue 3s, but see if you can hit a purple 4 on some of these blue mods. If you hit a purple 4, slice that up. Then you can potentially get a gold 5, which is God mod status. So if you want, so that's what I would recommend with your mods. Figure out what arena team you want to run, because I don't think Night Sisters are going to serve you as well. If you want to create mod sets for your Night Sisters now, that's fine, and then move them over to like your CLS team, or if Revan comes in time, then you can go with your Revan. He does have everything for Revan, right? I didn't.
Oh yeah. I checked Old Republic. He's good.
Okay. So once you get Revan, I mean, you can move all of your mods from Night Sisters to your Revan just by creating mod loadouts, and that will set up your Jedi team. But with what your mods are currently, that's probably the biggest reason why you're struggling in Arena. You're not using your best mods.
But you're doing pretty decently in Arena. So just imagine if you had.
I know.
Really...
I'm trying to see. I don't.
Right now,
I'm
they're all talking about the
this
lobster
page
roll ad in GG that's shown on the stream. It looks delicious.
Let me tell you something. That is great.
That is some lobster roll. So I'm so here's the one little concern, right? I'm looking through his page, like his first page of speed secondaries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing. I'm almost down to the bottom. I don't see any Night Sisters on here. Oh, there's a Night Sister zombie all the way down near like the bottom, like halfway down.
Yeah, that's
it's
why.
First speed secondary mod on Night Sister zombie. Yeah, we have to redo these mods a lot. Yeah, so definitely remod, create mod loadouts, put them on your arena team, and then once you remod it, make the mod loadouts on your Night Sisters, and when it's time for Revan, yeah, you're gonna go ahead and put them on Revan.
There you go.
And that'll set you up for when you have Revan to good to go. If you don't want to transition to that CLS team, I'm okay with that. We're hopefully getting Revan between now and probably about 3 months. And so if you want to hold out for Revan at that point, you're already in the top 100 for Arena. You need time in order to gear up your Chewie and get your like Zeta on him, because you have to save those 4 Zetas that you have, 1 for Jolee, 3 for Revan. So it's going to be a little bit of time before your CLS team is ready anyways. I think it's worthwhile to work on them because it's a really good team. But you can go ahead and just save it for now. Put the mod loadouts on your Night Sisters, and then you'll be good to go.
All right. So I think that covers everything. Kazakagi, if you have questions, you know where to find us.
I'm reading the chat just to make sure.
Oh.
But there's no other questions. Okay, so farming Emo Basila and Candrus Ordo.
That's fine.
I think that's fine. Did we see anything else worth farming?
The only one that stood out to me was Emphys. She's 4-star. Use your ship energy for that. Unless you're farming ships, I mean, his roster's basically farm whatever you like, brother. I mean, you're doing it the right way. I don't really
Make sure you're finishing Wampa with your guild event tokens, and
which I'm sure he is.
Right, finish your Wampa because he's only 5-star. So that's another thing. But yeah, other than that, you're on to ancillary characters.
It's whatever you like, bro, friend. You know, whatever your farm plan is, stick with it.
Work on Kira too.
Yes.
Well, yeah, sure, you can work on Kira, but I mean, it's what he wants to work on. Yep. You know, so enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's behind on all of the scoundrels. Kira's 3-star, L3 is 3-star,
yeah,
Chewie is 3-star. I'm gonna mention this because I think it was brought up with one of the hints that Crumb put out, plus some of the suspicion in the community. Just be cautious. There is a potential chance that they will release another Han Solo movie character. People have been neglecting them because of the galactic bounties and thinking that the scoundrels were the main reason for them. Now, it's possible that was the reason for them. But they also said that the release of Han Solo characters was done at this time for now. Not that it was done completely. They actually made it pretty clear that it may not be done completely. It's not happening right now. And so there is a chance that Han Solo characters may be used for some other thing. But the other part is that it's probably more likely that February is going to be Sith month. And so Sith month is probably going to utilize Bastila Shan and Canderous for maybe like a Malik or something like that. So there you go.
Hey, maybe we'll see them rework HK-47 for that.
Hey, maybe.
I mean, they have a lot.
That would be real cool.
I would say the other thing.
You got to use scoundrels for mechanical maul.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, please take my money. Mechanical maul.
Or
that would. Oh.
So what if we got a dark side character's journey, and we got Maul turns into mechanical Maul, and you need solo scoundrels for that.
It's quite possible.
Well, I'm working on them, Grande.
Spoiler alert.
Arnold and Mobile Gamer have been hinting that possibly a Heroes Fall new new Heroes Fall Vader. Lord Vader, not Darth Vader. Lord Vader.
Man, I don't know.
Yellow eyes Anakin.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not feeling the love on that. Even though I'd like it, I'm not feeling the love on that. I think you know what we could get though? We could get a Vader's capital ship. A Sith capital ship.
A Sith /
Yeah, I mean the Vader ship that was used for this event, if you guys haven't seen,
it was Tarkin's ship.
Yeah,
it was Tarkin's ship.
Basically Tarkin's ship.
Right. Yeah, but we saw OG Chewbacca without OG Chewbacca's current abilities in an event first, right? We saw that.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And it would tie into Sith month, and it would tie into the fact that we need a new capital ship, and it would tie into the fact that it could be kind of scoundrel related, right? Mm-hmm. So you could get like a 1, 2, 3 punch with a Darth Vader's. What's the name of Darth Vader's ship again? Starts with a D. The Deviant or something?
Devastator.
The Devastator. So we could get the Devastator that has Sith synergies and has Empire synergies and maybe even has Bounty Hunter synergies, right? So what if you got a new capital ship that doesn't take a Bounty Hunter pilot but has those synergies?
That's entirely possible.
Now, before the big deal just came in here and started screaming and hollering, as I was going to say, if you guys would like a roster review, all you need to do is send your GG page to Dr. Finn. Make sure he responds, and he will add you to the queue. And shout out to Kazakaki Too Easy for letting us do his roster review today.
Very, very nice roster.
Yes, very nice roster.
That's great.
Why do you ask questions that are intended to make me angry?
What do you mean?
Can
I put a 20 speed submod on Barris? No.
Why? I'd do it just to make Finn mad.
What are you doing? You're doing it just to anger me. Yeah. It's working. Don't be putting no speed mods on Barris when you don't even have them on your Night Sister Arena team. No. Did I say no?
Let me just
repeat. No.
I think you said that.
I'm thinking sure. Because you shouldn't. No.
All right.
Are we ready for questions?
I think we're ready for questions. And we've got the big deal.
All right. Let's do questions. First question from Tangent Revolution. Again, if you guys have questions, make sure that you start it out with the word question so that the bot picks it up and we can ask your question. So, Tangent Revolution question, more really of a statement. But I just joined 1,001 Ways to Cook a Porg. I knew Ranger would appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Good man.
You have chosen
awful.
Wisely.
Just awful.
Well, that's a Dark Lord's guild. It's a good choice. Really, it is.
And then on the counter side, Roast Taco, question. Pork, Eternal Twins, Pork, Dark Malik, Pork, Dark Revan, Pork. Greatest question ever. That is my favorite question of all time. Thank you, Roast Taco. Doja-san, question. Will Dooku lead the Jawas to victory in this next TW? Stun and shock synergy. It's quite possible. A fast Jawa engineer plus a Han Solo, and I think this team is just dominating. You could also go with a fast Dooku and dominate. So there are some potential options here.
Oh, I'm thinking Treya with Ewok Elder. That's just stupidly.
But the question was about Jawas.
I know.
Okay, next question. Red Fox. Do any of you think CG will one day circumvent those of us who save massive crystal hoards for the big events? For example, by not offering shards for crystals and forcing to buy them.
No, I think they want to try to get people using their crystals, that are hoarding them. So I think that'll still be part of the game plan. They're still going to make their money.
You can't overtly like that force people to spend money.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen EA do it before.
I know. They've kind of been doing it with some of these packs where it's actually like $10 rather than the amount of crystals of $10 worth, right? So we've seen some of it, but to do it where they just completely get rid of shards for crystals and that kind of stuff, that would be the implosion of the game because they'd be actively destroying their own economy that they've tried to maintain. So I don't see that happening. Fema question, saw someone on Ewok Discord channel suggest the followings. How effective will it be on territory war defense? So team 1 is Chirpa, Paplu, Ewok Elder, Wicket, and C-3PO. And then team 2 is Tebow, Scout, Logray, Tarkin, and TFP. I'm not sure TFP is needed on that team. I think I would rather have like a Royal Guard or something. Everything else is fine. I mean, that first team, Chirpa, Paplu, Ewok Elder, Wicket, C-3PO, is going to be a very hard team to kill at all because Ewok Elder is going to keep on rezzing. So that one is kind of a nuisance turn meter gain team. The other team with Tebow, Scout, Logray, that's obviously going to be based on Tebow getting 100% turn meter. I think I like that better on offense than defense, because you do need to kind of make sure that Tebow doesn't accidentally use his other special and then non-gain 100% turn meter and then force that. So that team I may like a little bit more on offense. But the main thing I think is that you want a taunt kind of just in case. So I may do Royal Guard instead of TFP on that team, but I like the idea. Any other thoughts on the Ewoks team?
Nope.
Okay. Andrew Sweeney question. I have Zodi team all at gear 11, 12 for this TW. Should they be modded crit damage and speed?
I think someone had told me actually tenacity on that team. It's been a while since I...
For this territory war.
Right.
Because I do like the increased damage because they gain 100%
Sure.
Critical damage anyways when they have no buffs. And then whenever they attack out a turn, they dispel and they gain 20% turn meter. So if you increase their speed and they're gaining 20% turn meter, they're basically filling up their turn meter bar. And with all their health and protection and all of that, I'm fine with that. As you may not even need critical damage. I mean, you can. You can also go volume. It's been a while since I've looked at Clone Trooper crit chance, but if they get crit chance, right, from not having a debuff, they're also gaining 100% critical damage. But if they don't have that, then their critical chance is a little bit low. So I may go offense instead of critical damage with that team just for more consistency of damage. But either one I think can work. I think I would go with more offense though on the clone trooper. So I would go speed and offense with that team, and more focus on offense with speed secondary, like an offense set, speed secondary, something like that, and then crit damage triangle. Okay. Next question, Ski Trooper. Question: what is your favorite starting three with Hans Falcon? I favor Biston, and Biggs.
You know, it's funny. We were just messing around, but we did all three Falcons in the starting lineup, and it won. Talking top tier battles, it won. It was ridiculous.
The Falcons are really, really good ships.
Yeah, but Lando on the starting.
Yeah, it was brutal.
You don't have to have him in.
But that's where
I know, but just the fact that it was kicking the crap out of like a houndstooth stall team, I was like, wee.
That is pretty crazy.
So you know what's pretty bad is we have three Falcons, and yet we don't have three ties like that, right? I mean, you can't. I mean, if you run the three ties that we do have, you know, it's not like 1,000 TIE fighters.
I just want those
like,
B wings and Y wings and A wings we had in the game. Get those in here.
I want that. I also, but I got to tell you, I want more TIE fighters badly.
Yeah, Finn, with Lando's Falcon, it's his unique that makes him to where you can use him on the starting lineup. At the start of its turn, the Falcon has a 50% chance to dispel all debuffs on a random ally, dispel all buffs on a random enemy, target lock a random enemy, and grant speed up for 2 turns to a random ally. These effects can't be evaded or resisted. That's a really powerful unique.
Mm-hmm.
I like that ship.
Yeah,
it's a really good ship.
I haven't played around with my Millennium Falcon much. I got it yesterday at night at 5 star, and I haven't really played around with it. So I'm gonna probably play around a little bit with it today in Fleet. Home at Fulgrim question: I have 7-star Chewie and 3PO, but I use Bastila in Arena and easily climb on CLS and Treya teams, usually top 50 of the days that I play Arena. Should I switch to CLS lead or stick with my Jedi?
Wait. Stick with it. I thought he was running Treya, he said.
No. He's running Bastila in order to beat CLS.
Oh.
So he's wondering if he should switch to CLS since he has a 7-star Chewie and C-3PO for Arena.
Probably. Probably, especially if he gets them again, right? Gear 11 plus with good Arena mods. That team is all about speed. Pretty much speed and high consistent damage.
The other thing too is, where do you think you're going to hit that point of resistance? Because I don't know your shard, but if you switch to CLS, do you think you're going to get higher than top 50? Like, do you think you can break into the top 20? I mean, if not, it may be an exercise in futility because you might be moving from, 40 to 35 with the switch.
Good point, Ben.
It's not changing any.
Good point.
So, depends on your shard. Depends if you think there is going to be some ease for you when getting higher in Arena. I would work on that team anyways because, like Grande is saying, like that CLS team is just a good team to have, but it does require gear on the characters. So, just depends on what the advantage is for you. Andrew Sweeney question: does Chewie's second Zeta add anything to the MILF stats?
There's a calculator you can use for that.
Yeah, I haven't checked on Cartoon Ranker. Let me actually, let me bring it up right now. Well, I'll ask the next question and then let me check the ship calculator.
The other thing is, while you're looking at that, potentially again, right? You got to decide which is more important to you: 6E mods or a Zeta. Which one do you have extra of? Because the potential there is that you would rather put 6E mods on one of those two characters. If I was going to put 6E mods on a character, I would be putting 6E mods on Han Solo. Offense and crit based 6E mods. So, with that being said, you might find that the second Zeta is not the real important thing, but that actually spending more time and energy and effort on your Han Solo would get you, dual benefit from one activity. And we always like dual benefits from one activity.
That's right. Okay, I'm so putting everything into the calculator as kind of a maxed out ship conversion, but while we're doing that, and again, crouching Rancor ship calculator, really good if you guys have these kind of questions.
Yes.
The numbers through
always. If you're really thinking about doing something to a character just for its ship, I cannot express how important it is to run that ship calculator. Because we don't need you putting, the last piece of G12.5 gear on Bosk if you don't really want to, thinking you're going to make your Bosk faster. Putting the 6Z mods helps Bosk more than the second Zeta. Not that the second Zeta is bad. Let's just be real.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next question, Ski Trooper question. I don't get Finn's obsession with 4s. If I have 2 purple mods with 13 speed and one is a 3 and the other is a 4, the 3 has a better chance of a higher roll, i.e. going to 19 versus 16. No?
Are we talking about 3 and 4 dot, or what are we talking about, 3s and 4s?
The parenthesis number. The parenthesis number.
Okay.
When I talk about purple 4s,
okay.
Purple 3s and stuff. Okay, so this has been mentioned before, right? And I think it's more superstition than anything else, which is that if you have a mod that starts out with 3, people notice that 3s and 4s roll a little bit more. But if you have a mod that starts out with a 5, people think that it rolls a little bit higher. That's not always the case. People have been saying that, but I haven't seen that. I've rolled a 6 on something that started out as a 3 before. I had some 9.
He's talking about the speed stat, right?
Yeah.
So he's saying if it starts out as a 3, it's not. So you could have a 3 that rolled
really well
4 or 5,
and poorly, and their speed is going to be the same.
I have seen it. I have totally seen that. I've seen a mod that started out with the lowest amount of speed with a 3-speed 5 dot mod, and it turned into a 23 speed mod. It rolled 5 4 times.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think that rolling a 5 indicates you can't roll a 3, and nor does having a 3 indicate that you can't roll a 6.
Totally agree.
Now, a lot of people will only buy mods, for example, that show a 5 or a 4 because they're a little bit higher of a scale. You don't want to buy a 3.
And again, right, now, if we're talking about buying a mod in the mod shop versus slicing, I might not buy a mod that only shows a 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I might be like, it shows a 6, or it shows a 5. I might give that mod a whirl. It's just like if a mod that showed 30 offense versus a mod that showed 40 offense when it starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I got a mod that shows, 35, 30 plus offense versus, 25 plus offense, I might take a stab at that mod just because.
I'm also simplifying the rule for a lot of people as they're listening, because to your point, you can have a purple 4 mod that's rolled very poorly. And it can be just a 12 potentially with the purple 4. But the reason I say that it's a purple 4, and the reason I go order a purple 4, blue 3, and purple 3 is that it simplifies it for people that aren't like all into mods. You need kind of a base set of rules, and then there are deviants. Like if you have a purple 4 that just rolled poorly, and you have a purple 3 that's higher, well, the upside is definitely going to be on your purple 3, right? If you have a purple 3 that has like 15 and a purple 4 that has 12, obviously the purple 3 is better because you're only getting one additional roll. So, it's about simplifying an overall rule that a God mod is typically a gold 5 that has good rolls all the way through. That's how you get the 25s, right? 25s on a gold 5 means that you hit at least 5 on every single roll. And some 6s. Potentially, you can hit some 4s and 6s, but on average, you hit 5. You can get a gold mod that also has 21. You can also potentially get a purple mod that's at 24. There's all kinds of variants, but it's a simplified rule for people that may not be as into the mods as myself, Grande, or some other people. Simplified rule, purple 4s, blue 3s, purple 3s. That's what it is, because it gets you closer to the gold 5s as much as possible. And purple 3s have no chance of being a gold 5, but if you have a high speed secondary on a purple 3 mod, well, you may as well just get it up, because you're probably going to get somewhere between a 15 and 20 if it hits on that speed. So it just becomes a decent quality mod. But that's why I say that rule as it is. But assuming that it's going to hit higher on speed because of the 3 and the 4, I think that's more superstition than anything else. And it's fine if that's the way you want to do it. I mean, people have different ways that they do mods. So if that's the way you want to do it, that's perfectly fine. But there seems to be a fairly even chance, considering I've hit 6s on 3s and stuff before, and there's some people saying that they did the same thing too. So. Star Rocks Lego question. I'm refreshing Cantina 3 times a day for Ordo, refreshing Darkside Vassala's node 3 times daily, and using energy refreshes when needed for it. Am I screwed? Screwed for what? We don't even know what the hell it's going to be used for.
I know, right?
We'll just go with yes. We'll just say yes.
Your life is over.
When someone asks you if you are God, you say yes.
I mean, so here's the thing, right? We have no idea what these characters are going to be used for. Everyone thinks that they're going to be used for something, right? Let's assume that we're using them for a dark side character. Do we think that they're going to include Karth and Juhani, who are light side characters, in an event for a dark side character? Maybe. It would pretty much be the first time that they're kind of introducing this merge of light side, dark side into an event. So it's possible. They've been doing a lot of new stuff lately, so that may be it. The other potential is that they're maybe going to add the faction tag of Old Republic to a character like Sith Trooper and Sith Assassin. And maybe even Sith Marauder. Just simply because of where they were in the game. I mean, we have no idea what the hell is going on. So if you're spending all of that to farm Ordo and Vassala, that's fine. I mean, you're trying to get ahead of a curve that we all suspect is eventually going to need those characters. But are you screwed? I have no clue. We have no clue what the hell this is going to be used for. I can guess that it's going to be for Darth Malik. That would be my guess. But I have no idea how they're going to build the event. There aren't Dark Side Old Republic characters, really. So they may mix it with Light Side. So we'll have to see what they eventually decide to do.
Well, they should add the Old Republic tag to HK-47 being one of them. Considering that's where he was,
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's a freaking shooting gallery in Fleet, and it's a shooting gallery in regular arena. And so my guess is that on some level they have some, high pay-to-play players that would like to see another level of exclusivity, especially considering that Darth Revan's probably coming back in 60 days. I mean, sorry. Not Darth Revan. I mean, Jedi Knight Revan is probably coming back in 60 days. And if he comes back in 60 days, what does the player that's dropped $200 or $300 in this game, or $1,000 in this game, what do they have that somebody else doesn't have at this point? Not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, they have a lot of options. We have no idea what they're going to do. We might be able to figure out the ends. We can guess at the ends of it seems like either it's going to be a Darth Malik or Darth Revan. I don't think it's going to be Darth Revan. It's too soon. So
nah, it's too soon. Darth Malik makes a lot of sense, right? But then what's the team? I mean, no offense, but I'm going to tell you, these Dark Side KOTOR tunes are really hard to gear up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cartho Nassi, and even Kendra's Ordo are not easy gears by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm not even sure that once you get them, if they make the team.
Yeah.
If they make the arena team, no offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who knows?
Yeah. So are you screwed? Probably, but we have no idea why. There you go. Michael J. question: with Gear 12 in Shard Shop, when is Gear 13 coming? I don't think it's Gear 13.
So I'm going to tell you, I think Gear... Okay, so they've done this before, right? The more availability they give to Gear 11, the more likely it is we're going to see Gear 13. The same thing is true with a level cap increase. Guys, we have been talking about a level and cap increase for 18 months. 18 months we've been talking about a level cap increase. It's got to happen at some point, right? And Gear 13 has got to happen at some point.
Maybe.
And so
we still don't even have the 6th piece to Gear 12.
I understand, but you could easily have mythic raids, and mythic raids give you that last piece of gear. Do you run mythics or do you not? Well, if you run mythics, you get the parts to make the last piece.
Yeah. I'm thinking differently, I guess. I think the move of Gear 12 into Shard Shop is more an indication that they're getting ready to introduce a new character in Guild Event Store that's going to drain people's Guild Event currency. So they're providing another avenue for you to gain Gear 12. That's kind of where I'm thinking.
Not only did they put Gear 12 in there, but they also put the Mark II pulse modulator that you need for
the 6E mods.
For 6E mods. So again, this could just have been a way to appease to give people more options, right?
Mm-hmm.
And realizing that they had not updated the Shard Shop in a insanely long time, and they had a bunch of people sitting there with tons and tons of Shard Shop currency. I mean, I'm currently helping a guildmate of mine who also takes rank 1 in arena and rank 1 in ships. And by the way, that's been an eye-opening experience because everyone's arena and everyone's ships is totally different. We run the exact same team in arena, and I stay in the top 20, and this guy drops almost a 40 every day. I mean, it's a slog. So every arena is super different, way more different than I first thought. But he's sitting there with 22K in Shard Shop currency. This was a boon to this account. He's buying. I mean, I'm buying this. I'm buying everything and anything that this guy needs that he doesn't have enough of. I'm buying it every time. I'm like, oh yeah, let's buy that. Oh yeah, let's buy that. Oh yeah, let's buy that. I mean, it's just buy because he has the ability to buy everything. So why not buy it? Everybody else is not in that same position. But if if this guy's got 20-something K Shard Shop currency, somebody else could easily have 100K Shard Shop currency.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they want to burn down Shard Shop currency a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think level 90 is, in my opinion, level 90 is more likely than Gear 13, but we'll have to see what they do. There's a possibility for both of them at this point. We're kind of due for a gear increase. We're kind of due for a level increase, so we could definitely see both of them in this year. Let's see. Hideous question: will Ranger smack Finn at the charity run? Probably.
Yes, many times.
Probably.
Kazi,
Right on the bottom. Good job, buddy. Wham!
It's like, and then Finn's like, it's 10 times in a row. Stop it, Ranger. God. I get it. I'm doing good.
Patting me in the butt 10 times in a row, but okay. Next question, Kazi, can I get too easy? Question Grande, can I join Dark Lords?
Sure.
He's like, yeah.
There you go.
Message me on Discord.
Haha. Chewy, question, Ewoks on offense or defense?
Defense. Good luck.
Except for
both. The answer is both.
Yeah, both. Tebow, Ewok Scout on offense, and then all the other Ewoks on defense.
Rectamundo.
Man, Tebow with plus Ewok Scout is going to be a nasty combo in this territory war on offense. Again, just going to be nonstop. What else? 73 question: which of the bonus teams will be best on offense or defense? I think Ewoks have it with the bonuses.
I would agree.
I don't know. I'd say it's a toss-up between Ewoks and Imperial Troopers.
Yeah, they're pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, not being able to kill them, and you need to kill them 5 times.
It's the zombie troopers. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like Night Sisters that get full turn meter whenever they kill something, and they can't die.
I can't kill you.
They're gonna be annoying.
Question: why does Finn keep saying the end of the game for any changes CG could make? I don't say for any, but changing the economy in a game is a major change. You don't mess around with the way that crystals and stuff are handled in a game that's been around this long.
That's how you
But
get.
those are the only ones that I say are going to be the end of the game.
That's how wars are started, Finn.
Or crap that they just did would be the end of the game. And in fact, I was telling people not to quit because they're just for one territory. Just depends on what the change is. You don't mess around with the economy of a game. It's the same thing. You don't mess around with the economy in real life either. Like, bad things happen. When you start trying to change the way that everything is running, you're causing changes, and change is not something, especially in a game, that sits well with players. So you have to be always cautious about that. And if you make it so that you can't get shards for crystals anymore and you have to spend pure money, free-to-play players will slowly start to leave the game. And then this is going to be a whale fest. And even whales don't typically just like fighting against other whales repeatedly. So you would see a major disservice to the entire player base. Ezra Bean question: what variants of Home One's fleets with Falcon have you seen your shards so far?
Not yet. Not yet. Haven't seen it.
Mostly I've seen all Akbar leads, all with Houndstooth, all with the MILF, and then the rebel of choice is either Ghost or the rebel of choice is Bistan.
Oh, I'm seeing Biggs as one of the choices on mine. It's either Biggs or Ghost on mine.
I'm telling you, that's because people haven't leveled up their Bistan. If we go fight against one that has Bistan in the front lineup, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing so far. Let's see. Next question. Chewy question: Gear 11 for Ewoks good enough for C-3PO?
Gear 11, yeah.
Yes.
If you have the right Ewoks.
Yes.
And you have good mods.
Yeah. Next question, John Davies. Anyone see the new episode of Discovery? What did you think?
No.
I have not.
No.
Discovery? You mean Star Trek Discovery?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to binge watch that yet. I watched the first season, loved it, and well, you don't have to like it, Grim. I like it.
I'm I grew up watching Star Trek. I've watched all of them.
Same here.
And I can't stand Discovery, dude.
I think it's
a dumpster
brilliant.
Fire.
I don't. I think I love it.
Well, that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Adventure.
But no, to me, they changed one of the most iconic races in the whole freaking Star Wars universe.
The Star Wars universe. What the?
Star Trek universe. Sorry. No,
really,
use the Force, Harry. Said Voldemort.
Captain Picard is the greatest Jedi ever. Let's just agree on that. Okay. Tangent.
I don't like what they did to Klingons. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Question: does anyone else think that we should get a hero's journey for a dark helmet?
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
Ludicrous speed, go!
I really hope they do something like that on April Fool's.
Stop this ship! We can't see. We're going too fast. My brains are going to my feet.
I mean, so a lot of other games have done this.
Please, CG, bring a Darth helmet. Oh my God!
They could introduce a like a holiday specific non-usable character that people can to their roster.
Let's start the campaign.
Awesome.
Let's start the campaign.
April Fool's 2019. Everyone gets a dark helmet if they can just beat a node that you only need like 5 level 1-star characters for. Like you just use all NPCs and you just fight it and you get a dark helmet. That would be awesome.
Oh my God!
Spaceball 1.
Oh my God!
That would be next. That would be next April Fool's. We get Spaceball 1.
Please, CG. Please, if you're listening, dark helmet. Please, God, that would be the greatest character ever introduced into this game.
You can only use it in Galactic War, so I would actually manual Galactic War just to use Dark Helmet.
I know, right? And every time he comes in, the first thing you hear is Lone. Wait, where's Lone
I know. I would
Star?
actually play the game not on mute.
I know, right? I see your Swartz is as big as mine. Let's see how well you handle it.
I always have a coffee when I'm looking at the radar.
I know, but it's his reaction before that. It's like, what's this, Mr. Coffee? Oh, that's right. Everybody knows I like to get coffee before I look at radar. Yes, sir. They all cover themselves.
When will then be now?
Soon.
All right. We have
Love
3
that
questions.
movie.
So good.
Chewy, question: out of all the characters we have, how many need to go to Gear 12?
All of them.
I
No.
mean, ideally,
I
yes, but
know.
what you're looking for, multi-tool.
I'm being.
2 of them.
Bayonets on attackers,
Yeah,
multi-tool.
oh yeah, get those
on
bayonets on first. They make a world of difference.
Lobot, knock knock.
No. Not all characters.
There's
need to go to-
probably 30 or 40 characters that don't need to go to Gear 12.
No.
There's a lot of characters that benefit from Gear 12. Bayonets, multi-tool.
No. But I'm saying there's probably 20 or 30 characters that you don't use,
Yeah, that you
and
don't.
so it
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
matter.
not gonna. Yeah.
If you include all of the one that you do take to Gear 12, if you include them as the characters with bayonets, the characters with multi-tools, and the pilots, like if you include that 3, yeah, you're down to like 30 characters or something that really don't need it.
Freaks come out at night.
Well, I mean, let me tell you this right now. If you don't have a G12 East Cost and you don't have a G12 Bodhi Rook,
then
it's
you're
not
doing
the end of
good.
the world.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Well, Bodhi Rook is a pilot. Oh, wait.
He
never
is the
mind.
pilot.
Next question.
I'm the
Chewie.
pilot.
If they do add Gear 12 plus to Mythic, do you think it'll be with Pit, AAT, or Sith Raid? What is the timeline you think for the Mythic Raids?
I think the
Oh,
pit
it'll-
will be first, obviously.
Yep, the pit will definitely be first.
And
And
we'll
if
see
they
how
really do it
kinda
right, they'll
goes.
swing it out. They'll do one every 3 months. They'll do the pit
Makes
first,
sense.
then they'll do the AAT, and then they'll do the Sith Raid.
Well, I
like
don't even
it.
know if this will be 3 months. It depends on how quickly they release the gears. I think they can make it so each mythic version of the raid correlates with a different level of gear, right? And they've already shown they're just releasing like 2 of the pieces for Gear 12, right? Because we only get pieces 4 and 5, so we don't even have the 6. So they could do like Pit as 12, like the 6 out of 6, and then 13, 1 and 2. AAT can be 3 and 4, and then the next Sith Raid can be 5 and 6. And they can release it however they want to control the gear crunch. So
You know, I really like the idea of mythic raids, but good God, do we really need them to nerf more compositions? Character compositions. Oh no, this character now does an infinite combo, so
We'll
we can't
all have Revan. It'll be fine.
I mean, I'm okay with the myth. If they add another tier to this raid and they
Yeah.
change the ability just for that tier, I mean, it's not really changing anything. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
like
I
if they
do.
make Rancor immune to turn meter reduction, that's gonna like change the way we do.
Oh, I
Rancor.
love it. Do
And
it.
I actually like it. I'm up for the challenge.
I'm up for the challenge too, but every time they release raids, it ends up with a ton of characters
Oh,
on your
get
roster.
over
And
yourself,
Nuke Gunray
Grim.
will get
and
Nuke
be
Gunray will get-
getting nerfed.
Yep, poor Nuke. Okay, next
What?
question.
What did you say?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, we know that there's gonna be at least. We should do an over under 2.5 Nuke Gunray nerfs this year.
Nah.
Nathaniel Morgan question: when level 90 comes, what content will they tie to it to make whales wail?
What a will want,
Mythic Raid.
what a will needs.
Yeah, Mythic Raid.
I mean, that would be perfect time to
They
do
might
it.
introduce Gear 13 and level 90 at the same time with the Mythic Raid.
And everything will be right.
Yeah,
in the
that
world.
kind of stuff, and they'll keep it to where you don't get more credits from like the heists and stuff. So you
that
have to
would
fork
kind
over
of.
crystals for
Which I'm
the.
okay with, because I mean, we gain a lot of credits if you're careful about it. Especially with everyone non-fluffing their rosters and stuff. People have been holding on to more credits. I'm sure they're seeing this in their stats. People are holding on to more credits than
Well, I
normal
am, but I really don't have a lot
because
of
of
spend on,
leaning their
Finn.
making their roster more.
Listen, Finn, I've got 95 million, but I've done a lot of good spending.
No,
Well, you're
I
a special
have
case,
75, I think. I got 7.5 today, and
I did too.
happy.
I was very happy about that.
It's very nice. Actually, nice not getting just 5 million, and I
Or
got
4
4
million.
something.
Yes.
That wasn't pleasant.
No, that was. It's just a slap in the face. It's like,
It is.
haha! Like, oh,
Right. That is it for questions.
yay! We did it, guys.
Nice.
Worked together. Did a good job. Did a good job. All right.
Only went 9 minutes over.
What?
Only went 9 minutes over this time.
I know.
Hooray!
So that's our lunch stream for today, guys. If you can stop what you're doing right now, hit the thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you haven't. We got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe. You want to be subscribed to know about it. And if you haven't checked out our Patreon, please do. That's some new Patreon sponsors. We really appreciate all our Patreons. You guys keep us up and running, paying for the stuff like Zoom and other things that we use to keep the stream going. We're very low budget, but hopefully one day, the goal is hookers and blow. Me and Finn on the pool, Finn with his porgs, me with everything else.
Porgs and Twinkies.
Right, porgs and Twinkies and daiquiris. Banana daiquiris for Finn, because he's a lightweight.
No. Banana Twinkies and just regular Coke. I don't need no.
You're gonna put some bourbon in that Coke, Finn. You're not gonna just sit there and drink Coke
then,
all day.
No, I don't want to put.
Unless
bourbon.
that's short for cocaine.
Give me a straight old fashioned then. Just give me a whole line of old fashions and I'll be better.
Okay, good. See, I can deal with that. Some old fat. Okay, that's fine. That works for me. Grande will be doing Grande things, and then we'll just have everybody chilling around the pool. We'll grill.
It'll be delicious.
That's right. It will be delicious. We'll grill out every day. We'll do barbecues. Then we'll play 8 hours of the games. Everybody falls asleep in their own room. We wake up the next day and then stream all day, hang out by the pool, barbecue. It'll be a cycle. But we're a million miles away from that. But if you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor, please do. And then the ACS stuff, Finn, anything to add or?
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of stuff being added next week. For those of you that don't remember, for our last charity stream, Miss Ouchie Dumpling did some recordings of lyrics of some songs.
Oh.
Like The Fox and I'm blanking on the names now. I was just looking at Regulators and Informer. It was awesome.
Nice.
She also read a Shakespeare Star Wars thing. We're going to put that back up on Tiltify. So those will be up for sale again for money going to the American Cancer Society. We're also I'm working on another video. We're also a video. Well, I'll leave one as a surprise. The other one is going to be kind of a whole mix of pictures and videos from when I visited Miss McVenom in North Carolina, when we went to the Axe Bar and we just went around and just had fun. So we're putting together a compilation for that we'll put on Tiltify. And I'm working on a video and stuff for next week. So I can tell you guys right now, starting Sunday with the Dungeons and Dragons stream, we're kind of doing a mini overhaul of the channel. So you guys are going to see a lot of changes here, new graphics, all kinds of stuff as we're trying to improve our channel.
New games, all kinds of stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So thanks for your guys' support. We're kind of starting to take it to the next level here, growing our channel more. So be on the lookout. Next week is going to be
maybe even Twitch down the line, possibly. Dual streaming. Finn, we're going to rule the world. I'll be the brain, you be Pinky.
All right, brain.
It's time to do the Twitch.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put one up there to let the donators choose my next Zeta.
Oh, I know what people want you to do, Grim. We'll talk about that after.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. You know it's coming. All right. Thank you guys for stopping by. We really appreciate all your support. Remember, we got the Jedi Academy tomorrow. And stay tuned for some more exciting stuff coming down the pipe from Reality Skewed Gamers. With that, I wish you guys a wonderful day. And we will holler at you later. Peace.